and share the live like as a post, basically it just cancels the live. I don't know why that is, but that's just what it is. So I have implements to clean, basically my tools. I have the quats. If you don't know what quatting is, it's the process of like disinfecting my tools, so all my metal and plastic tools, so my cuticle pushers, my brushes, things of that nature, nail clippers, and you sanitize them and then you put them in the barbicide so they can be disinfected and ready to use. I have a client coming at like 4:40 or 4:45. I did edit a video from a client. She was a first-time client today, and basically she needed a reconstruction on both toes. Hi, Raisha. So my client needed a reconstruction on both toes, so I did already. It's right here. Okay, the video is ready to post. I just don't have my hard drive, so basically I cannot upload it right now, but y'all see. Okay, so after I get done with this last client, I have a video that's going to be uploaded tonight. As I was saying, I have implements to clean. I honestly, you can hear it in my voice, I'm not feeling well the past couple days. My sinuses have just been not fucking with me. So I honestly sound horrible. My nose, horrible. So yeah, I'm basically gonna take you guys over to the sink and I'm gonna clean off my implements. You guys would actually be surprised. Like, no shade to anybody who is not licensed or who hasn't been to school or anything like that, but you'd be surprised by how many people, how many nail techs don't know that you are supposed to clean your tools. They are not aware of like the process. I was in a Facebook group one time, and the reason why I got out of those Facebook nail groups is because it made me realize that people are blatantly taking clients and will take clients for so long, and then however long goes by and they'll go in Facebook groups or different things and be like, how do I clean my tools? How do I do this? How do I do that? And that just kind of blew my mind. And then trying to explain to people what to do, and I realized like you're not even gonna understand what I'm talking about at this moment in time if I try and tell you like that. So basically, this is my soil container. So basically, after people are done like brushing their hands, getting their nails done, I have them put it like this, and then when I'm done with services, I put it in this. This is what it looks like. So you guys can see, this is what I need to clean. So that way when people wash their hands or when I'm done with the service, I put everything in here. Now, I'm in California, so you gotta have stuff labeled. So this needs to be labeled soiled because it is. And then if, let's say if I'm not gonna be here or something and I'm just not ready to clean right now, I have a to be disinfected box. So it's like closed and contained because I haven't gotten around to cleaning it yet. Okay, so I do need to do this, but basically I'm gonna do this one first because again, I'm leaving for a couple days. Not out of town, I need some time away from work. So basically what you're gonna do, I already washed my hands, right? I'm gonna take all this. Some people, I guess they just don't do this step. If you don't do this, which is basically washing with hot soapy water, I use this type of brush just to show you guys. So you can see it gets in there, you get everything off, you rinse it, and then I have like a mat over here that's like for dishes, and I let it sit out in air dry. You can dry your tools off with a towel. So I do have like extra towels here, and like let's say if I was gonna leave and let them air dry, I'll cover my stuff like this. Okay, so you need to cover your stuff if you're gonna leave or be gone because you don't want cross-contamination. Okay, so these are just soak off bowls and they're just drying out like that because I cleaned them in or whatever. But this right here, you guys can see this is from acetone. So basically it kind of like peels stuff. So this isn't like dirt and stuff like that. It's literally just, I guess you could say, residue. Okay, so Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Okay. But this is the reason why my hands be so freaking dry all the time. Because I'm always doing this. So from cleaning my stuff to washing my hands between people, y'all, my hands be dry as hell. Okay. So that's why I like to oil my hands a lot, because the oil penetrates deeper than lotion. If you did not know that. But yes, I have a video, acrylic tailless transformation, coming when I get off work. What else do I have? Oh, I still am editing my vlog. When I get ready with me, I didn't have enough space on my computer. Like, it took up so much space that I had to pretty much pause that for a bit, you know. But I hope everybody's day is going okay. Like, it is 4:30. I'm in California. It's 4:30 p.m. I don't know where everybody's from, but I hope everybody's night, day is going well. Y'all, my nose is so stuffy. And I'm like thinking, what do I want to eat? I honestly want a tuna sandwich so bad, so I might actually do that. What time is it? It's okay, 4:30. Okay. But I like to use lives to like keep me company from doing stuff. What's up, everybody? If you are just joining us, I pretty much explained the process of cleaning your implements. You need to make sure that you are sanitizing them, which means you're scrubbing with some sort of brush situation with hot soapy water, so that way you knock off all of the debris. And then the next step, which I'm moving on after sanitizing, is disinfecting. So basically, you guys can see I have everything. This is washed here, and I'm going over here to my mat, and I lay everything out so it can air dry. The reason why you don't put it straight to the barbicide is it will dilute your barbicide. Okay, so I'm gonna use this towel to dry, like pat it down faster, so it'll dry faster. But yeah, if you put soaking wet implements into your barbicide, you're gonna dilute your barbicide, and then also possibly, if there were things that didn't get scrubbed off before, if they were loose enough that when they soak in the barbicide they fall off, then that's gonna cross-contaminate your barbicide. Your barbicide does not have to be changed every single day, especially if you're if you're a singular tech like I am. Your barbicide does need to be changed for sure. If you notice anything floating in your barbicide, you absolutely need to change it, because like it's done, it's ready to go. But like in school, when we had 13 people in a class, we would change it every day, because that's 13 people quatsing multiple times a day. And honestly, in school, you're still learning, and there was just some people that was straight up dirty. So I was usually the person that changed out the quats. So you guys can see, this jar is what I usually put my cuticle pushers and my nail clippers in. Okay, it looks like this. There's jars taller than this, but I don't feel like it's necessary. So what I like to do is fill it up with water to this line. So technically, for like 32 ounces of water, I believe it's about like 2 ounces of barbicide, which is honestly close. It's like close to like 2 tablespoons or something like that. Something like that. You can read the, here, I'll read it to you. So for those of you wondering, I just said the measurements. Hold on, I'm finding it on here so that way y'all don't think I'm lying. But y'all can see the words are so hard to read. Hold on. Okay, directions. Yeah, okay. So you can see 2 ounces of barbicide and 32 ounces of water, which is what I said, but I didn't want y'all to think that I'm capping. So 2 ounces of barbicide. I've measured it out before. It's honestly not that much. And the 32 ounces is a huge container. This whole jar, I want to say, is like 16 to 18 ounces. So because it's not even fully, like, I only go to here because you only need enough water to cover. So basically, you will adjust your ratio of barbicide to water based on how much water is in the container. Not the container itself, but how much ounces of water, you know? So if there's 2 ounces of barbicide per 32 ounces of water, something like this, you see this color? Technically, if you put the correct amount of barbicide, it's not even going to be this darker blue. So I do have a short on my channel that shows, talks more about that. And then this smaller one right here, literally, there's hardly any room for water. These ones, yeah. So anyways, more of the story is technically it can be seen as wasteful. But if you're ever unsure, you can always just measure out. In containers like this, you can just measure out like an ounce. It's honestly, yeah. Once you get experience to where you're doing it a lot, you can tell like the color is like, okay, this is clearly dark enough that there's more than enough barbicide in here. But yeah, anyways, that is stuff that you learn in school and you get in the habit of doing in school, basically. So while these are drying, you need them to be pretty dry, you guys. I'm gonna clean the other ones actually. So basically while they dry, this is the second round that I'm doing. These ones have been tucked away. Once they're dry, what you're gonna do is put it in your barbicide. It needs to be fully submerged. If you are not fully submerging your tools in barbicide, they are not clean. So once they're fully dry, you will put your tools in your barbicide container. It has to sit for 10 minutes. I have seen so many people that have, like on Facebook groups and stuff, so many people asking, how long do your tools sit in barbicide? I've had people message me like, is it okay to use rusty tools? Like, you guys, I do these type of videos because you would think being a nail tech is like, everyone thinks it's like, oh, the nails are cute, but there is so much behind the scenes that goes on that you need to make sure. If your tools, I'm gonna wash these really quick. If your tools are rusting, that means you are most definitely leaving them in for too long. Even if you leave them in for a full day, right? Which I have done before. Let's say they're cleaning, I'm ready to go home, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. That is not enough for them to rust. You have to be leaving your tools in constantly for days on end, multiple times for your tools to rust. And once your tools start to rust, you need to get rid of them. You cannot use rusted implements on people, because if somebody gets cut or someone gets hurt and now you have to worry about like tetanus or something like that, and if someone's diabetic or has like some sort of medical issue like that, you're gonna be in trouble. So really, this step, the whole process of cleaning your implements with the barbicide is called disinfection. I worked in a place where we use an autoclave. A UV sterilizer and an autoclave are not the same thing. Okay, if someone says a sterilizer, that's not what actually sterilizes. It's an autoclave, okay? I worked in a place where you do this all same steps, and then you put it in the autoclave, which is high pressurized heat and steam. And that is what fully sterilizes. Sterilization means it removes every ounce of everything, which is like fungal spores, any type of spores and bacteria, like down to a microscopic level, right? So people who are working on fungal stuff, and I worked in a men's salon and we did do pedicures on men that had fungus, which is not a problem, but we had an autoclave, which means it was not of concern. But if you don't have an autoclave and you're just barbiciding your implements after using them on people with fungus, you could possibly have an issue, because barbicide does not get rid of bacterial spores. So, like, even if the bacteria is not living or it's like inactive and stuff like that, sterilizing is the only way to get rid of that, you know? So you're still at risk, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, this process, you get used to it. I mean, when I was in school, we did it so much. Believe it or not, I have ran into people that do not wash their implements. Now, I'm going to do a story time of like what it was like working in a nail shop, because I did work in a nail shop. You would be surprised that people would just use the same implements on people, and I would offer like, oh, hey girl, do you want me to wash your cuticle pushers? I'm washing. And they would be like, oh no. And those same cuticle pushers would literally, they'll use it on someone, put it in a cup, grab it out, use it, put it. And it's crazy, right? So that's why I'm like such a stickler on certain stuff. Plus, I don't want State Board to ever be able to say that I'm dirty. I don't want to get fined, you know? So I'd rather just do the right process. You don't want nobody to get hurt, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, dang, I feel like my client is coming at 4:45. It might be 4:40. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. What's up, everybody? So I just fully explained like the whole process behind disinfection, sanitizing, and sterilization. So I apologize if you just missed that. I just cleaned all my tools. And when my next client comes, I am going to throw all that stuff in the y'all, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best. My sinuses are killing me, basically. So when she comes and I do her feet, this stuff will have sat for long enough. Remember, your tools have to sit for 10 minutes to be fully disinfected. They have to be dry. They cannot be soaking wet. You can pat them dry or you can let them air dry. When I'm doing this over a long period of times, like I have all day to do this, I'll just let them air dry. But in this instance, she's my last client and I want to go home. So I'm gonna pat them dry. And then you will take your tools and do this. I recommend if you're using something like this, take it out and then put them in like this. So that way, when you stick it in, they don't go everywhere too much. So, see how like something got stuck? Oh, it's my scissors, hold on. Okay, so something got stuck. I'm just gonna take one of these cuticle pushers and grab it out like that. There. Because you do not be sticking your hand in these, like in the liquid, you know? Hold on. Okay, there. So you can see. Okay. You can see we are submerged. I like my brushes in the white container because then brushes don't fit too good in the tall ones, unless you have a really tall one, but I just feel like that's hard to get stuff out of. So make sure they're dry. This is a microfiber like dish mat. That's for actually drying dishes. Like you let your dishes sit and dry. So normally I put 5 brushes in here, but honestly I'm gonna stuff this 6th one in there and it will fit. I just like doing 5 brushes. And then these are my these are bits that are for removing acrylic, like soak offs. So these, because they are metal, you can Lysol them. Okay, you can wash them off, you can Lysol them. When you Lysol surfaces, it has to be wet enough that it can basically dry itself when you use Lysol wipes or like Lysol spray. But when I have time, I just go ahead and put them in the barbicide. But let's say if like, okay, a client's gonna be here soon, after I wash them off, I will just soak them in Lysol. And then when they dry out, then yeah. So for those who are in a time crunch, and I am going to put all my soak off bowls where they go. Because again, y'all, I am off for 3 days after this. And then these trays, like once you wash them, it's cool, but I do like to spray them, like see how I'm like soaking it down in Lysol till it's wet. Okay, yeah, see my client is here. I don't know why she just didn't come in the building, why she's gonna wait for me to walk to the side entrance, but yeah, anyways. And then after you clean everything, you need to make sure you wash your hands so we don't cross-contaminate anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Are you going to do live with your client? Honestly, I'm not, because like I said, I'm not really feeling well, and it's just her toes. But if you, like I expressed before, I do have YouTube memberships on, which are $5, and that is going to be a lot of exclusive lives with and in-depth with clients and stuff like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, then I would suggest that. Do I have a TikTok? I do, but it's not really nail related. My TikTok is more personal, so it's PrettyFace_peaches, which is the same as my Instagram. My nail page is Nailsbyprettyface. I post there literally every single day. So yeah, if you're interested in like one-on-ones, group chats on Instagram, as well as like what do you call that? Video chats on Instagram. That's what my YouTube membership will be. But I gotta go find her, because I don't know why she didn't just go through the front door like she always do. She went to a door that's locked. So yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hope it was informational. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.